Well, salutations, scavengers. How's everybody doing? All right. Hopefully by the time this video finds y'all, I'm doing okay, recovering from a surgery. Actually, tomorrow is the day I go in, but this video is probably going to be the last of some of the last ones to post before I get back at it. But anyways, I have an absolute smorgasbord here for you guys. Tons of stuff, tons and tons and tons of stuff. So we're going to kind of go through everything, explain what we have here. Couple of questions I may have that we're gonna get answers on today, and we're gonna make a few bucks. So yeah, that being said, scrap run, baby. We'll just start up here with the little tchotchke stuff. Nice and easy. Got a couple lead acid batteries. Find these in cars, find these battery backups, find these in a emergency lights, that kind of thing. Just a couple of those for the pile. Couple of ballast. These are the actual ballast, not the electric ballast. The ballast, they actually get a little bit more than the electrical ballast. I think we were getting like 17 cents a pound on these last time. So we just got a couple of these we're bringing today. Then over here got a couple small little motors. We're gonna go ahead and take these up as is. And then over here we've got transformers. As y'all can see, I've cut into them. Hopefully y'all can see that. Just a quick cutoff or a quick buzz with the cutoff wheel. You cut in to see if the copper, sometimes there's aluminum here and they won't take if they have the aluminum windings, but if they're the copper windings, they'll take these. Get a little bit more than scrap, not a whole lot more, but you know, it's more. Then I got a tub here, all of #1 wire. Most of it comes out of the aluminum and steel BX that I cleaned. But this is all #1 wire, which is 80% copper. Next tub up is gonna be our #2 wire, 50% copper all day. Yep, #2 wire right here. Got a special one here for y'all today. This technically should be #1 copper. I cut all the corners, elbows, and fittings off of it. There's no paint, there's no solder on these pieces. They are kind of dirty. Some of them actually had mud on them. Clean them up as best I could, but this should technically be #1 copper. And our #2 copper over here, the end pieces that are cut off, it's got some solder, sometimes, you know, paint, that kind of stuff. This is all #2. So we've got a little bucket here of #2 copper. See what we get. It actually fetches pretty well. It doesn't, you know, you don't take a huge hit, I don't think. So yep, #2 copper bucket right there. And next up, aluminum 6061 Bear. But yeah, like bar stock, big plate aluminum shapes, you know, these rods, this kind of stuff. That's all 6061, and there's no paint on it, so it's not painted. But this is all cleaned up 6061 aluminum Bear. And this is our 6061 painted, same thing, shapes. Actually, there's a plug. I got to pull that plug out right there, but this is like a little manifold, I believe. We'll get that out of there. But yeah, same thing, like plate, big shapes, that kind of stuff. This is a big old heat sink. That's going to be a piece of 6061 painted. This anodized aluminum, find that a lot. That's all 6061 painted. So yeah, 6061 painted here. And then next up is going to be our clean yellow brass. These big candlesticks. I don't know where I got that at, but the brass itself, it could have, like this has some sort of silver coating and some stickers on it. That is okay as clean yellow brass because brass is heavy. That doesn't typically affect the weight of it. So yeah, this is all just cleaned up brass right here. And this is our dirty brass. Valves and such, lots of pop-off valves. I believe that was from a spray or a little handgun, where it's mostly brass, but there's still a little bit of stuff in there. This guy would have tried to take apart, but it looked like somebody smashed on it with a hammer right there, so that ain't gonna come out to get the little spring and pop it out. So yeah, this is what dirty brass looks like. It's actually, that's a clean piece of brass. What is that doing in there? Put that with the... But yeah, the valves, I take the little wheel off the top. Sometimes they're cast aluminum, other times they're steel. I see there's little pieces of plastic. There's still a little gate in there. Not 100% clean. That's got a little piece of a copper pipe, and then the stem in there. See the rust on that That's probably steel. But this is what dirty brass looks like, where it's mostly brass, but it still has some other things on it. Sometimes these little end fittings too, you know, you cut them off and they won't come out. That's all dirty brass. They still pay really good for dirty brass. And another bucket of aluminum over here. This is going to be our die cast aluminum. This type of stuff, bathroom fixtures, sink stuff, all the ceiling fan brackets, that's all the die cast aluminum. It gets a little bit more because I believe it has, is it magnesium or something in there, where, you know, typical aluminum this thin, especially cast, it would break. This stuff will bend a little bit, give a little bit before it actually breaks. So it's got a little bit more than aluminum in there, so you get a little bit more for your die cast aluminum. So definitely separate this stuff out if you can, if your yard actually takes die cast. A lot of yards I know, they'll just throw this in with the cast aluminum, but luckily my yard rocks. Alrighty, so the cast aluminum, these office chair bases, break those off all the time. There's the armrest, that's all cast aluminum. A little bit more cast aluminum down in there. Cast aluminum is very brittle. And see how it would break? If that were a die cast aluminum, those legs wouldn't have broke off like that. They would have just kind of like, they would have bent and then kind of like torn off. But cast aluminum, very brittle, break. All this exterior lighting, that's all cast aluminum. Got a couple of these things here. Yep, this is our bucket of cast aluminum. Okay, and then we'll mosey on over here. This is gonna be our extruded aluminum, or our 6063. All this is bare. These pieces right here are what came off of the garage door track. There is a little bit of some grease on here, so they may end up giving me secondary for this. We'll set it out and see what they give us. But all this is all clean, bare extruded. You know, no, it's not painted. There's no glue, screws, things like that all over it. So yeah, that's bare. Same thing down here. This is gonna be all bare. That was off that big old step or whatever it was we found. Cleaned it up. That's all bare. 6063 extruded. Over here's the aluminum piping that I found. It's got these little ridges inside. I don't know if that's sheet or if that's gonna be like extruded or what. So we separated this out. We'll see what they give us on this. Either way, it's all aluminum, but it's gonna be a learning experience for us. I'm thinking it may be extruded, so we'll see. Moving along over here, we've got some Christmas lights. I don't think we really need to explain what that's all about. Same thing here, cat wire. We've done this 100 times. This all came out of this one bucket came out of that one dumpster with all that extension right there. So we've got a little bit of cat there, and this is stuff that I've been adding up. These two totes right here came out of that big open top with all the fans. Like I was saying, I think we probably got the better part of 100 pounds of extension there. Over here's just another bucket of just some junk extension wire I've been hanging on to, as well as another bucket of junk extension wire. So we have 4 tubs of extension wire. And then over here, we're gonna have 6063. This is secondary. It's got a little bit of caulk on it. It's got a little little seal on it. It's got some little bit of some screws and stuff in there. That's gonna be secondary. These pieces right here technically are secondary. It's got this yellow tape in here. I've tried for the life of me to get that crap off. It is in there so good. But for the most part, it's a clean piece of aluminum extruded, but with this on there, technically it'll make it a secondary. But we're gonna separate it out. We'll see what they give us. You never know, they may give you something a little bit better. And then over here, 6063 extruded painted. Find these, I believe these are like for office door frames or something like that. But yeah, painted, extruded, painted, nice and clean. This piece right here, I'm not 100% sure. I think it may be extruded. It's, again, it's got like little lines and stuff. So another mystery piece that we'll figure out at the scale. And then last but not least, stainless steel. All 304 stainless. Most of this is gonna be the pieces that we found from the juice machine. A lot of it was carbon steel, but even more of it was stainless steel. So these 2 buckets just came off of the one video with all the juice stuff. Over here is just little tchotchke stuff been adding up, but it's all cleaned up, stainless steel right here. I think that's it. Like, it's a smorgasbord, like I said. But anyway, scavengers, let me get all this loaded up. We'll get on up to the scrapyard and get paid. I'll get on back and get home and get everything tidied up for gotta go to surgery. Yeah. Well, alrighty, scavengers, another whopper payout. Here we go. Cast aluminum, 38 pounds, 50 cents a pound, $19. Okay, so on aluminum 6061, I don't know if I was lying to you guys. I thought they had a subcategory for painted and all that like they do 6063, but they just gave me for the heatsink painted stuff and the other stuff, they just gave me all just aluminum 6061 across the board. Like I said, I do apologize if I was misleading with that. I thought the aluminum 6061 was graded the same as 6063. I mean, and it could be. They could have just given me 6061 across the board. Anyways, aluminum 6061, 29 pounds, 46 a pound, $13.34. Transformers, 24 pounds, 45 cents a pound, $10.80. Ballast, 6 pounds, 18 cents a pound, $1.08. Batteries, 9 pounds, 19 cents a pound, $1.71. Electric motor, small, 8 pounds, 33 cents a pound, $2.64. Insulated copper wire, number 1, 80%, 28 pounds, $2.55 a pound, $71.40. Here, Patty, you get a little air on you? A little air on you? Insulated copper wire, number 2, 50%, 15 pounds, $1.32, $19.80. Aluminum 6063, secondary, 20 pounds, 60 cents a pound, $12. Extension cord, 211 pounds, 72 cents a pound, $151.92. Cat wire, 36 cents a pound, $1.32, $47.52. Christmas lights, 13 pounds, 32 cents a pound, $4.16. All right, an aluminum sheet, those little tubes, they gave me a sheet on that. He said technically it's an extrusion, but because it's so thin and light, that goes down as aluminum sheet. So 12 pounds, 52 cents a pound, $6.24. Another aluminum 6061, that's that heat sink and the stuff I was painted, 14 pounds, 46 cents a pound, $6.44. Aluminum 6063 bare, 64 pounds, 85 cents a pound, $54.40. Die cast, 20 pounds, 60 cents a pound, $12. Dirty brass, 9 pounds, $1.25 a pound, $11.25. Yellow brass, 13 pounds, $2.20 a pound, $28.60. Number 2 copper, 6 pounds, $3.27 a pound, $19.62. Copper number 1, 8 pounds, $3.40 a pound, $27.20. Aluminum 6063 painted, the piece that I thought was maybe extruded, maybe whatever, they gave me extruded on it. Painted 6063, 18 pounds, 75 cents a pound, $13.50. Stainless 304, 137 pounds, 51 cents a pound, $69.87. Gives us a grand total of $604.49. Holy cow, guys, that's amazing. What do you think, Patricia? What do you think? Anyways, well, as some of y'all know, the wife and I, we rescue English bulldogs from a rescue known as the Austin Bulldog Network in Austin, Texas, and they have lately just been completely inundated with intakes. Just a bunch of dogs in really bad shape, and it really breaks my heart, and they're struggling so much, so much. The wife and I, we've already taken in 3 of them. We can't take in any more dogs, but we can help out financially. And what I decided to do, and I told the wife I was going to do with this epic scrap run, I'm going to donate every last penny to the Austin Bulldog Rescue so we can help save some pooches. All this is going to go to the Austin Bulldog Rescue. If you guys are interested, I'll put a little thing down below. Y'all can go help them out, donate, do what you can. They really need it. It's really bad, especially after COVID. Everybody's just giving up their dogs. It's really sad. But anyways, well, alrighty, scavengers, hopefully by now I'm all healed up and ready to go, and we go fill up old Dodster, because I feel like it's It's been a while. Anyways, guys, love y'all so much. Y'all take care. See you on the flip side. Peace.